Hello and welcome back to another video. So today I'm talking about the importance of transparent pricing for your fitness coaching offers. Now, before I start, I just want to say and just want to preface, I have done both. I have been transparent with my pricing as I am now, but I also haven't been transparent in my pricing in the past. And I actually don't think there's anything wrong with both. But in this video today, I'm going to give you guys 4 points as to why I am and why I will continue to be really transparent with my prices in the future. And this just feels good for me, where I am right now in business. So stay tuned. Here are 4 tips as to why I believe that there is importance in transparent pricing. So the first thing why I believe transparent pricing is literally the way to go is because it creates more trust with your audience. So for a moment, if you think how you actually buy things, if you think, okay, how did you actually buy from your fitness coach? How do you like to buy things online? Do you actually like to know the price before you inquire, even if the service or the product that you're buying is like amazing? Personally, I do. So the way that I personally buy is if the service is amazing, if what I'm looking at is something that I'm wanting, if I don't see a price, I actually don't inquire and I don't buy, right? Humans are also lazy, don't forget. So it's like if we have to reach out and ask for a price, oftentimes that is the reason why we just don't do that, because it takes too long, right? It takes too long. So this for me has created so much trust with my audience, and it kind of floats into the number 2 thing of it actually saves you time and energy as well, because of the reason 1, where it does create more trust with your audience, but then, equally in that moment in time, it actually saves time and energy because people will understand the pricing at which you price things, and therefore it's either going to mean that they actually get in contact with you and inquire about that service, or it means that they don't, right? And so what it's actually going to save you from, the time and the energy thing is like people are going to contact you, and you could get through this whole conversation by qualifying them. By the end, you could tell them, yep, like this is the pricing. And after a day or 2 of nurturing this person and making sure that they're perfect fit for your program, they could turn around and say, actually, it doesn't fit in with my budget. Therefore, you've just wasted time. You've just wasted your energy on this person who actually just can't afford your service, right? And this is just going to happen. A lot of people won't be able to afford your service, and there's nothing wrong with that. I believe that there's a coach for everyone, there's a service for everyone. But in terms of what you are going to provide this person, it's just not where they're currently at, and that's okay. So that's the second thing, is that it saves you time and energy. Now, the third thing that I want to talk about is the type of client that is attracted is actually aligned with you when you are transparent with your pricing. So something that occurred to me when I was being quite secretive with my pricing was that, oftentimes I would get these people on a sales call. Now, if you guys know sales is one of those things where it can be quite manipulative. It can be quite heavy. Now, is there anything wrong with sales calls? No, I still do a couple, but mainly I do DMs now as well, and that's a whole nother video in itself. But in terms of sales calls, like I had a 95% close rate, meaning that 95% of the people I would jump on a call with, I would close them into my program. So a lot of the time, I actually felt very manipulative by getting to the end of a 1-hour sales call, selling this person, and then getting them to put a deposit down at the end. I was very good at it, not in a condescending way. I was very good at matching people's energy. Okay, so that's how I usually got the sale. And regardless of if the client was actually aligned with me, I would always get a deposit out of them. Which to me now, I'm like, that just felt really icky from me, because even if they weren't an aligned client, or even if they come into my program, if they were actually really tight on cash and I had manipulated them to actually put a deposit down, there's going to be friction, there's going to be issues in terms of them being in your container trying to actually make a payment. Instead of actually opening up and talking to them about, or instead of them talking to you about their fitness journey, a lot of the conversation is going to be just how stressed they are in their everyday life. Are you going to get results with someone like that? Probably not. And it's going to put a lot of strain on your relationship if you're chasing payments from them if they keep on bouncing. And there's that integrity piece as well. And it can come into, and it can actually be very leaky for the relationship that you have with with your clients. So that's the third thing, is that it actually, you know, the type of client that you're aligned with, if you are transparent with your pricing, they're always going to be aligned with you and what, I guess, your standards of coaching that you actually have. So that's the third thing. The fourth thing is probably the most important. Your central nervous system and my central nervous system is regulated. That's the best word I can describe it. My central nervous system is regulated. Just knowing the fact that, like, people know my pricing. I don't need to justify why my pricing is what it is. People that inquire, I know that they can actually afford it, right? I know that they are the right client for me. I don't have any fight or flight symptoms when I'm jumping up on a sales call and I'm ready to, you know, push the price on them. Like, I don't have a dysregulated central nervous system, because I'm just transparent with everything in my business. Like, if someone can't afford it, someone can't afford it, that is okay, right? And I don't make it mean something about me, but I find that ever since being super transparent with, you know, my prices, it feels good for me. It actually feels like I'm in my feminine, and I just know that whoever's ready to buy, because they have the like, known, trust factor from me, I know that they're the most aligned client for me and my business. So honestly, a regulated central nervous system is literally such a game changer to you and your business, and it just makes selling online and selling on Instagram and selling in the DMs that much easier. So yeah, that's probably the most important, is that your central nervous system becomes more regulated. But they're the four factors that have really, I've seen a massive impact on when I have been transparent with my pricing. And the reason that I'm transparent is that it just feels good for me. It feels good for me. This is the way that I do it. I'm not constantly stressed about jumping on a sales call and trying to pitch and wondering if I'm getting the sale. This is just my service. If people love me, if people love what I have to offer, if people can see them working with me, that's all that matters. And that's how my relationships actually build with my clients that actually inquire and join up in the program. So I hope you got a lot from this video. Let me know if you actually implement transparent pricing or if you don't, and I'd love your opinions if you comment down below. But for now, if you liked the style of this video, I would love for you to subscribe and put the bell notifications on as well. And I look forward to the next video, guys. But thank you for watching, and I will talk to you very soon.